We have all caught ourselves wondering if the narcissist in our life, or the narcissist that we just broke up with, is missing us after things are finally over. Have you found yourself questioning whether or not the narcissist thinks of you whenever they're alone or when they're with someone else? And I too was once caught thinking these troubling thoughts until I came across some very serious wake-up calls about what was really going on in my life and in this relationship. And I understood the truth about what the narcissist was truly missing, and it wasn't me. And what he wanted from me was not at all what I thought. I know that so many of you in this community also struggle with this. So this is all about putting those confusing feelings into perspective. Knowing the deeper truth of what is at play can be the beginning of an amazing personal journey of true empowered healing. A narcissist does not have the capacity to love you and miss you the way that a normal neurotypical person would. And as painful as it is, this does not mean that you are unwanted or unlovable or unworthy of love. Rather, it means that a narcissist was never ever capable of seeing you as a person who was worthy of those things. And they pretended this, and they do that with everybody. And they only miss how you fed their false self, their significance, and their knowing that this can be the beginning of your healing, because that person who you want to miss you for all of the right reasons simply does not exist. They never did. We cannot get a cat to lay an egg. We can't get a crocodile to roll over while we rub its stomach. It's not possible. And I know, just like myself, there is no way that you want to live a life of being taken advantage of, exploited, breadcrumbed, fed upon, and emptied out. You don't want to be a host for a parasite. And it is quite frankly repulsive when you think of the truth. And I promise you, this is the same siphoning that happens for every future person a narcissist gets close and personal with. Whoever the narcissist targets and draws into their web, they're next. And maybe this person will give as much as you, or maybe they won't. Narcissists don't always come across people like you every single day. Narcissists don't always come across they don't always get the perfect hit with those that they are targeting. And they can end up with a less viable source of narcissistic supply, and with somebody who is not nearly as resilient as you were. People who do not go the extra mile with love, service, years of devotion, and who do not have the ability and the resources to clean up the narcissist messes like you did, or the desire or care when the narcissist needed you to hang on and hold things together. When the narcissistic disasters would strike, narcissists, they love to just bowl people over. They leave them, they replace them. But nearly all of you were different in some way or another. You had way much more to give, and you had more to offer. And the narcissist, like a bad, spoiled, rotten little child, was saying to you, no matter what I do to you, you have to love me, and you have to put up with everything that I do and sweep it all under the rug. And you gave it everything, and then you had more and more and more to give on top of what you had already given. So here is this answer. Yes, the narcissist does miss what you gave and enjoyed how much that you kept giving, but not as a human being. Is this about missing you or loving you? Absolutely not. The narcissist is thinking about you absolutely at times when they have not been able to replace you and get as good of a quality of narcissistic supply. And sadly, this is always going to be the narcissist's plight. And this is not about love for another human being, as we would understand that intuitively. And because a narcissist doesn't see flesh and blood autonomous human beings, they just see objects, the real reason is because they have divorced themselves from their humanity and their own inner being and happiness. They created a false, fictitious self, a character that the narcissist wishes that he or she could be. This character is not based in reality, needs constant propping up, is insatiable. It is a black hole, a bottomless pit, and can never be adequately appeased. Yes, you were not enough to feed this false self, because not a single person on this planet is enough to feed the false self and will never be. Narcissists, they empty out, they blow up, and then they destroy everything and everyone that gets in their path. But you gave them so much. The narcissist is missing what you gave, how you stayed, and how you gave even more, regardless of how he or she treated you. So the narcissist absolutely took advantage of you. And I know that this might be hard to hear, as it was for me too, that these truths are so real as well. How are we so loving, so trusting and forgiving? And how are we good people that didn't even fathom that people could act a way a narcissist is? And that it allowed the narcissist to take advantage of you and mine and exploit you, even after they had done terrible things that reconnected and forgave unforgivable behavior constantly, which allowed it to continue happening again. The more that you tried to help the narcissist grow up and be a normal and caring, decent human being who would do right by you and others, the more the narcissist would keep relying on you to do all of that heavy lifting for them, keeping things together, cleaning up their messes, and they continue on being a narcissist all the while, taking advantage of you, pillaging and parasiting your life source for resources, siphoning that light from you and replacing it with their darkness. Absolutely, the narcissist misses this. And how you stayed connected, granted attention, kept things afloat, and hung around. It's about all of these things that you did for the narcissist, not you as a person. It's about loving what he or she could get from you. Let's put it this way. Whoever the narcissist misses is going to end up burned and leaving, or eventually discarded, exactly what happened to you. This is nothing that you should ever envy, because it is not a loving compliment to anybody in the future with this person, just as it isn't to you. Love can be true and genuine, and it can be the real deal. There really are a lot of people like you who are caring and honest. But for all of us, we have to heal in order to know the difference between who those people are and who they are not. To be able to turn our fierce devotion that we had for others inwards, and that way we could develop enough to question things that feel off, speak up, lay boundaries, and leave those who are unsupporting, invalidating, self-centered, exploitative, abusive, and also who refuse to take responsibility for their lives, their actions, and their words. And we have so much to give, but we were naive at the time. We had probably never met a narcissist before, or perhaps we've been surrounded by them our entire lives. We were naive, and we believed that everybody was as honest and good-natured as we were, and we ignored our gut feelings, and we kept giving until it hurt, and continued after that. It virtually destroyed us, and narcissists, they love that. Not us, because it's not possible for them to love us. Not because of us, because of them. So what this is all about, in conclusion, I was able to heal and get to that level of empowerment to where I love helping other people who have been abused by narcissists to get to this point as well. And if you know it is time for you to let go of missing that narcissist, the person who is more than likely missing you for all of the wrong reasons, then I would love to help you, along with a lot of other members of the narcissistic abuse recovery community. My name is Sara Ann Brown, and this is Narcissistic Abuse 101. Hey guys, if you would like to donate to my cause, help with the production of these videos that help so many people, get people some free one-on-one coaching, people who are in need, my new up-and-coming book, live speaking events, and so much more cool stuff that you could sponsor that I have coming up. Thanks, guys.